An interesting soundbite that it always gives us for that. All right, so welcome to tonight's meeting discussing the Statewide Design Challenge through TSIN. We have an exciting lineup this evening to talk about. You're going to learn some more information about the challenge itself. We're going to talk about the booklet that hopefully everyone has received. If you have not received that yet, then please let me know. We'll discuss how to submit questions for this year's challenge. We will take a look at the rubric, and then we will take a look at the timeline. After the timeline, we'll discuss the awards, how the competition is laid out, and then we will conclude. So it will be a bit of a shorter meeting, but just to remember that the purpose is to inform everyone about the challenge, and we will be sending this video out to everyone that has signed up. So we appreciate the folks that are able to join us tonight, and for those that are not able to join us, this video will reach you so you have the information that you need. So I'd like to start off with talking about what the focus of this year's challenge is. Last year, the focus was on clean water and sanitation. It was the United Nations Sustainability Goal number 6. This year, we have stepped one forward to the United Nations Sustainability Goal number 7, which is about sustainable energy. So with the discussion of energy, I would like to announce our partner this year, which is none other than the College and Career Technical Education Division from the Tennessee Department of Education. And with the CCTE division tonight, we have the Director of CTE, Ms. Candy Collier. So Ms. Candy, would you like to say a few words for us this evening?
Absolutely. So we are certainly excited about this TSIN partnership, especially around this particular project. One of the goals that I have personally for CTE in the next 4 years is to implement more STEM across the board in our CTE programs so that STEM and CTE become interchangeable. And so we kind of see this as a first step in that mission, in making sure that our teachers and our students can see the connections between career and technical education and STEM as a whole. Energy is on the forefront of all of our minds in the state of Tennessee as we see partnerships with TVA, with Blue Oval City coming in. And so lots of different focus areas on energy. We expect to see more of that in the future. And so we are just excited for this partnership. We hope that we can maybe provide support in judging, but we'll also be taking a look at the competitions to kind of see where the interest lies to look forward to new CTE projects in the future.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And so as Candy said, we're going to be reaching out to her and her team to see what other kinds of support they can provide, definitely in the judging area, definitely ideation, brainstorming, those sorts of things. So let's take a look. I'm going to share my screen. And if you can see, Candy, we should be looking at the flip book right now. Can you see that?
I can.
Wonderful. All right, so everyone that signed up for the Statewide Design Challenge should have received an email with several links in it and attached documents. One is a PDF, and then one is a direct link to what's called FlipSnack, and that should give you access to the Statewide Design Challenge booklet here. So if we scroll through the booklet, what you're going to see, none other, our partnership letter, thanking CCTE for being our partner this year. But you're also going to see just a plethora of resources that you can use with your students and fellow teachers as you move through the challenge here. So if you take a look, all of these links, all of these pictures are either a video or they will take you to an outside linked website. So just giving you a booklet that is just chock full of resources. Some of the resources are more centered around the presentation piece. Some of the resources are more centered around the actual project itself. So let's go back to the very front here, and let's talk about the actual focus of the project this year. And that is improving your community and environment by examining energy use in your area. So the goal is to consider different types of energy collection and how you might use energy more efficiently. So in your home, in your community, in your school, and we leave it very broad. We leave it very open because we don't want to limit anyone's creativity as they move through this project. So again, you should have access to this flip book here. If you don't, please email us and let us know. We'll be sending out the same links as we send out the recorded webinar here. So make sure that you take a look at this. A lot of good resources in here, really good stuff. All right, moving into the rubric. This is something that was also attached in the email that you should have received. This is what our judges are going to be using when they score your projects or your students' projects. So one thing that I really love that I've heard from teachers is that they love the idea of this challenge, but they love it more so because it gives them a resource. It gives them a challenge that they can use and don't necessarily feel the pressure of competition. So use this rubric as a rubric for your projects. Use that flip book for the challenge. If your students don't feel comfortable, or if you don't feel comfortable with your kids going through the challenge itself, that's totally fine. We would love for you all to compete locally and then regionally, and then hopefully making it to the state challenge. But if you just want to use this as a resource for your classroom, it's okay too. So a couple pages here, it gets pretty detailed on how the scoring is done. Very detail oriented when our judges use this rubric when they score projects. So just know that a lot of different aspects, a lot of different areas are being looked at when these projects are being judged. All right, now we will move to the guideline. Can y'all see the guideline now, Candy? Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. So taking a look at how this is laid out. So the registration is from late August to the very last day of November. If you have a teacher friend that decides they want to join the challenge and it's past November 30th, then please reach out and we will send them the welcome packet. I'd like to say this is a soft deadline for us. If someone wants to join the challenge a little bit later, we're going to say yes. But if we get into January and then especially that February stage, the project implementation time may not be enough for you to efficiently do this challenge with your class, and that's okay too. So looking at mid to late February, locally, we're going to be practicing the competition. Local winners will be entered into the regional competition. We'll talk about judging in just a moment. And then as we move into March, we're going to be scoring those regional competitions and we will announce winners. And then going into April, the regional winners will compete in the state competition via video chat. So they will present and then they will complete with the judges a Q&A session. So that's always really fun. And then the big announcement is for our winners, and that will happen in May at this year's summit. So we're looking forward to having those folks up on stage again, just honoring all the hard work that those students do. It's really, really exciting just seeing all the hard work and all the dedication that they've put toward the project here. So talking about awards. The awards will be presented at the 2024 summit, and we will do the base rewards just as they've always been done. The addition of the Blue Sky Award will remain, and that Blue Sky Award is going to be awarded to the most innovative idea that really shows that there is no limit, that the sky is the limit, going beyond that. And we also have a new award that we're going to add for this year. So Ms. Candy, do you want to introduce the new award for this year?
I absolutely do. I'm so excited about the introduction of the new award, which is the STEM Inclusion Award. So I talked earlier about our partnership and connecting CTE with STEM. And so this will be one of the big initiatives for TDOE this year as well. So it is a reciprocal partnership. But we have 16 career clusters in STEM. Many, many, many of them have connections to energy. And so if your project can connect STEM and CTE better than anyone else's, you will be eligible for the STEM Inclusion Award. So think about career clusters agriculture, manufacturing, our engineering program of study, construction. How can you connect a STEM program of study or STEM project to a CTE program of study? So we're excited to see what you can come up with and excited to see who wins the STEM Inclusion Award.
Love it. Cannot wait to see all that. It's going to be really, really good. All right, so the last piece I want to talk about tonight, just to answer a couple questions that some of you may have already, local competition versus regional competition. So the guidelines for how local competitions are judged. So local competitions are judges for your local that are they are at the teacher's discretion. So you can recruit other teachers, admin, counselors, parents, or other community members to judge locally. After the local competitions have been judged, regional competitions will be submitted through a platform that we use called Submittable. So you'll host your local competition, and then you will submit the winners of that through Submittable. We will be sending out that form as we get closer to time. So you can use YouTube, Box, Vimeo, Drive, other methods for submission there. Each submission also allows for additional artifacts to be submitted, such as pictures of a prototype or a presentation slide deck. So if it's a video, if it's a slideshow, if it's a poster, if it's a picture of a poster, if it's a picture of a poster with pictures on it, then you can submit that through Submittable, and then we'll be able to get that. So projects submitted through Submittable, we will send that out, and that will be closer to the end of February, after the local judging has been done for those competitions. All right, so I know that there are going to be some questions from some folks as they watch this and as they move through the project. So if I could direct everyone's attention to the chat, and then this link, if you can't see the chat, will be in the email as well. But I've created a Google form for you to submit questions. There's 3 slots for it, but you can submit as many as you want. So if you have 12 questions, just do that 4 times for me. But submit those questions there. It'll automatically send it to me, and then I can get back to you. I'm going to create a FAQ sheet, and I'll send out to everyone through those updates that we've been sending. And if you have questions that aren't on that FAQ, please reach out, let me know, and then we'll make sure that you get the information that you need. So that Google form, since we are good on time here, I'm going to go ahead and just give a glimpse as to what that looks like right here. So as simple as it gets, just put your question right here, submit it to me, and then that will send directly to our spreadsheets, and then I'll be able to see your question, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. All right. So that's going to do it for us tonight. I promised a short one, and it's 5:18, so that's about a 13-minute meeting. I like it. If you do have questions, please submit them through that form that I've shared with you there, and please be on the lookout for more updates. Y'all have a good evening.